me, oh yeah. Make an old man proud of you. Forget about the tears on the level. See me eye to eye. Stand up like a man, even from the other side.
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Let's see, is my music too loud? It might be a little too loud. Bring it down just a little bit. What's up? Everyone ready for some Halloween? I was playing around today and I was like, what am I gonna do for the live stream? And I was like, you know what? Let's do a Halloween themed one and let's make some vellum ghosts in Houdini. I thought that might be fun. So that's what we're gonna do today. Vernon, I'm sorry you got sick. That sucks. Luckily, I am not sick after XR. And that was a really fun conference. I'm glad you could come out. And it only cost you $20. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Let's throw down a GeoNode. All right. So GeoNode, we're gonna call this one. So okay, so I was at work today, and they brought up an interesting Kyle, the guy who I sit next to, amazing Houdini guy, brought up an interesting way of working, and so we're gonna kind of stick to that. So basically, in this one container, this one geo thing. Am I loud? Am I really loud? Oh, yes, we don't talk about that. Sorry. No, so in this one geo container, that's where we're going to build everything out. And then we're going to bring everything back up to object level, you know, using nulls and stuff. So it's an interesting way of working. Yeah, because then we don't have to go like the material route inside the materials unless we're like choosing specific things. But yeah, let's do this. All right, so we're gonna call this build out, I guess. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna start with the sphere. You know, you gotta have that happy sphere. You gotta have that that sphere for the ghost head, right? All right, then we're gonna throw down. Let's see. Then we're gonna throw down a transform. And we'll put that underneath the sphere. We'll do that. Now, actually, we don't want to do that yet. Let's throw down a grid because we need the ghost thing. Let's bring that one up. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna transform that. And then bring this up. We got to get our ghost first, and then we can do stuff. All right, so we'll turn that off. When you transform this up, translate, let's go up with it. Cool. And we want a lot more segments because we're going to be using vellum. So we want it to look pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to merge these two together so that I can see them both. Jeez. Not nurge. Merge. All right. Do that. We'll throw that transform in. We'll look at this. Okay, cool. Now we've got this here. What we're going to do is we're going to throw down we need to tell Houdini what our plane is going to be. So this is the cool thing that like the workflow that I have discovered through all this, right? Is like, okay, so first we have to tell vellum what we want this to be. We want this to be cloth, right? So then we plug in that into our cloth. Okay, whoops. I don't want to do that itself. Okay, cool. And then our the right one is our collision geometry. So we're going to throw that in there. Now that we've told Vellum this is cloth, now we have to, now we have to do a solver. So then the Vellum solver, I'm sure a lot of y'all who are like, yeah, I'm in Houdini every day, I know this stuff, but this is baby's first Houdini stuff, you know? I'm baby. So yeah, then we're going to throw down a solver. So we've told it it's cloth, and now we're telling it it's a solver. And we just pipe everything in. So we just go straight down. So this is basically your geometry. This is the constraints. And then this is your collision. So we put the collision in here, and we're just pushing it through to this Vellum solver. So now we're going to see here, and you can watch as we hit play. Eventually, it'll get there. There we go. We've got a ghost. Ooh, spooky. So spoopy. All right, and we'll get that to a place where we want it to be, which is great. It now looks like a ghost. And what we can do here, oh, what's the next step? We wanna do a still frame. So we want to freeze frame this. So I believe, what is it? Time shift. All right, so we're gonna pipe a time shift in here. And what the time shift does is it offsets or does whatever frame. So right now we've got frame 116. And if I click on here, you'll see it says $F. $F basically reads the specific frame. So if we delete this channel and we leave it at 116, that means when we go to our merge and we see both things and we hit play, boom, like now we've got a still of our ghosts, which is great. All right, so we got our ghosts, or our ghost. We'll have multiple ghosts here in a little bit. Oh, what is this? Okay, I learned this today. I want to turn off the grid. There we go. And then let's make the background dark. So we hit D. We hit D because what? A blue background? That's nuts. Let's hit D's to get rid of the nuts. So stupid. You'll remember it now forever. D's nuts. D's is nuts because you hit D because it's nuts that you would have a blue background. So stupid. Let's see. How do we do this? Which one is it? Scene, camera, scene, blah, 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 lights, material, fog. I don't remember. It's one of these. Background. There we go. We want dark. Ooh, super spooky. Okay, so now that we've got our time shift and stuff, we've got our still. Now what we have to do is we need a second Vellum solver, because this is what we've got right now. So we're going to do the exact same thing over again, right? So we need Vellum cloth. So let's see, Vellum, where is it? Vellum cloth. We're going to pipe that in, okay? And then we're going to do the same transform into this collision geometry, and I'll show you why. And then we're going to do a Vellum solver again. And we're going to throw that in line with it. And we're going to pipe everything down. We're really far down the thing, so I'm going to hit escape a bunch of times and go to the beginning. Cool. All right, now we'll go to this one, and now you'll see when we hit play, it goes there, right? So it starts doing it, it's spooky, whatever. So we've got a starting point when we do that. Cool. All right. Now, one thing that I kind of want to do with this, I was playing around with this earlier. It's not the forces or simulation. It is I think it's inside the, whoops. Oh, that's way too much. No, I don't need that. It's inside the Vellum cloth. I want to do that. It's not edge length scale. It's the rest length scale. I actually want to bring that down, because you'll see it'll like shrink it all up. So that it kind of goes up like that. Yeah. So, and then it kind of gives these neat little like frayed edges and stuff like that. And then I'm going to add a little bit more stiffness to it. So I'll hit play. You know, I probably could have done that earlier in the line, which is fine. But that's okay. Okay, so we've got that now. What we're going to do is with this sphere and this transform as our collider for the vellum, what we're going to do is we're going to click on the transform and we're going to use what's called chops, which are channel operators. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw some noise into the translate. So it's similar to putting like a vibrate tag in C4D. So on this translate, you're going to right click and you're going to do, what is it? Motion effects and then noise. And you'll see it'll bring up this really cool. This is probably the coolest thing I've ever seen. When I opened this today, I was blown away by it, right? So if we hit play right now, everything's going to go away and the ghost is going to be super spooky and it died, you know? That's because we don't have a collider anymore, because you can see right here, the sphere that is colliding is way up here. So this thing, what are we seeing here? We're seeing three different, we're seeing our X, our Y, and our Z, and where they're moving, which is really cool. So you have a visual representation, technically, of how that thing is going. Here, let me stop that, and I'll go over to the transform so that y'all can see this. So check this out. Right? If I hit play, like that's how it's moving on here, which is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, I think that is super rad. Being able to visually see where your X, Y, and Z, how it's moving, how fast it's moving and stuff. I wish there was something like that in Cinema 4D, a visualizer like that. So you can see, and it updates in real time. If I change the period or I change the exponent, you know, to make it smaller or something, you can see that, which is so cool. Like, bring down the amplitude to where it's not actually doing so much. Let's bring that down quite a bit more. Now let's bring it back up and start it over. Let's see. Yeah, so we got like this spooky ghost moving stuff, right? Cool. Let's bring that down to like 3 or something. Yeah. All right, so a little bit of movement. So the main thing with this is we actually want to keyframe our start to 0 because as we see in the vellum solver in the merge, it's not in the same place as it is here. But if we move the amplitude back to 0, you can see there it is. So what we're going to do, we're going to turn back on our transform, and then over the course, hit Alt for keyframe on amplitude. Then over the course of 1 second, we're going to bring the amplitude back up to like 3. So then we'll do that. We'll close this out. And then you can see it starts in the correct place and then starts moving around. Spooky. All right, now we're going to go back to our merge and we'll see when we go back to the beginning, hopefully, spooky ghost. And that messed up a little bit. Why did that mess up? It's not in the right spot. It's almost like, oh, it's because I've got this transform here. Let's see. Let's go back a little bit. Go to our vellum solver. Right. Oh, okay. So since we've got that there, we actually need, because it doesn't go into place until frame 116. Yes, because we've got that there. Okay, so then we're going to do this. We're going to bring the sphere into our original collision geometry because that doesn't move. And then let's go ahead and do this again. It's got to go through and do its thing, get all the way to frame 116. Which will be fine. There we go. Now I think this should work because then we've got the transform in the same place that it is at 116. So now if we go to our merge, there we go. Yeah, that seems right. So we got a spooky ghost who's being spooky and stuff like that. All right, very spoopy. All right. It looks kind of crappy though. Like it's a little segmented. I'm gonna move this motion effects up to where my transform is. And then I'm gonna add a smooth onto that. So we get a little bit more smooth of a ghost, right? Ooh, looks pretty good. But we want to add some thickness to it, and this will be more of like a after render. What is a vellum post processing? Post process, yeah. So we'll do that, and we'll do the same thing where we go down on all of that stuff. We'll do smooth, and this we want to extrude by thickness. So there we go. Now it actually looks like cloth, which is cool. This is actually for some who watch whoever watched the Babies First, you know, Houdini stuff with the guys from ABC. This is very similar to what we were doing. So we'll see that. Ooh, spoopy. I mean, it's silly, you know. Cool. All right, so we got that smooth on there. This actually looks pretty good. Man, this is like working way faster than my computer at work, which is nice. All right. So now what we're going to do, and this like kind of blew me away. Like sometimes I forget about the procedural nature of Houdini and how cool it is. So I was like, oh, what if I want to instance this, you know, and then offset the animation? I was like, is there like an instance node or something similar to what you would do in C4D? And it's like, oh no. So let's throw down a null, because our null is just going to be, you know, this is our ghost, right? We're going to call this ghost 1. Okay. Ghost 1 will be here. And then we're going to copy this, and we'll call that ghost 2, and we'll call this ghost 3, right? So ghost 1, ghost 2, and ghost 3, we now have 2 instances of it, right? So if we want to do a transform and take this ghost over here and translate it on the X, and then the Y, and then the Z, right? Whoops, that was too much. And then the Z, and then let's throw another transform down. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna do it the opposite way. I think you know what? I need to see my grid right now. There we go. All right. I'm going to merge all these together real quick so that I can see them. Where are we at? Super spoopy. All right, cool. All right, so I want something like that. Let's take this. Let's go the opposite way. Cool. And then this one, we'll bring it down. Cool. All right, so we've got 3 ghosts, right? It's interesting, the ghosts, you know. And we'll turn this off. I want to keep this camera, so I'm gonna do a, what is it? Is it an Octane camera? Let's start with the Octane render setup. Do that here. Right, and then we need a camera. All right, cool. Camera, cool, then lens. All right, I just want to make sure. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to actually go up here, hold down Control, and it'll set the camera where you are currently in space. All right, so we'll go back to our build out. Oh, shoot. It's locked right now, and I'll unlock it. So now we're not doing that. Okay, but now when we hit play, so what's cool is like, you know, it's not taking up a whole lot of extra bandwidth on your computer to make multiple versions of this ghost, because it's just going through doing the thing, and then you've got 3 versions of the ghost, right? Super rad. So then what we're going to do is we're going to time shift these, or time shift, like we did to the other stuff. So let's do another time shift. Click that there, click that there. So now you'll see, like we did before, where if we click on here, you'll see it's $F, which is the frame. So if we then add like 35 frames, that off-shifts it by 35 frames. So then we'll do plus 20, right? So now we've got the animation offset for each of our spooky guys, right? Let's, hold on. Bah. There we go. I had to click off of it first, I believe. Nope, what's going on? Time shift. Oh. Nope, I did it wrong. So click on that, 98. Okay, so $F plus 20. There we go. So we got 3 spooky ghosts made with vellum. Made with vellum and chops and nulls and stuff. All right. Cool. So there's our spooky ghosts, right? So let's make this cooler. Let's explore making it cool and stuff. So this is about as far as I got today at work, with a little bit of like extra stuff, you know. But let's throw down a cache. I know everyone says don't use a cache, use a file cache. You know what? All right, I'll use a file cache. Let's do a file cache. All right, so there, boom, boom, boom. Load from disk. If I just do it this, then it's going to save it into the file cache, I believe, right? Velleman mops and chops. Oh my, I know. I think I'm finally to the point where between like pops and mops, like I can actually do everything that I could do minus the modeling in Houdini now, which has felt amazing getting to this point. And really, I'm just making these tutorials so that I can remember how to do them. So I believe it's going through, it's doing its file cache, and it's saving there. You know what, it might not be. Let's save this real quick. I'm going to save it in, where do I save these? Oh no, I don't have any drive anymore. Let's just we'll do a new folder. Just call this Houdini live streams. Accept this. We'll do a new folder. We'll call this ghosts. All right. Then we'll call this ghosts. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually cache this to disk. So load from disk, save to disk. Nope. I think we need to undo that first. Interrupt, save to disk. And then it'll automatically load to disk. How's everyone doing? Dave, what are you working on? You want to hop on the live stream and I'll show everyone what you're working on? Or I guess I could just open Discord. Of course, y'all will see the 8,000 Discords that I'm on. Vellum and mops and chops. Need to do an AI thing about a rap about vellum and mops and chops. No, I don't think so. Dave, what are you going as? How hard is it? I'll send you a Microsoft Teams link. Here, let's see. How do I do start a thing right now? Start like a room. Calls? It's not calls. Calendar? Oh. Meet now. Start a Teams meeting. Let's see. Start a meeting. Join now. Copy meeting link. Here, Dave. Let me find you in my... There we go. I just got to bring you in. Let's see. Can I do... Which one is it? It's, this one? Yeah. That'll bring you in. Oh, but I lost my audio. Or my music. That's okay. Man, do I look out of focus? I look out of focus on... yeah, I'm a little out of focus. Because I'm sitting back, I guess, from my camera. Let's see. How's that? That's better. That's a lot better. No worries. All right, cool. So, yeah, it automatically load from disk. So now... Oh, yeah, that's so much better. Super spoopy. So let's do like 200 frames. That way we don't have any of them like freezing because we added 35 frames to that stuff. Cool. All right. So we've got that. Let's add some like... Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to add a null. And we'll pipe that into our file cache. And we're going to call this ghosts. So we view that. And then in our object, so now that we've done our build out, right? We're going to create another geometry node. And we're going to call this ghosts. So then here we're going to do, what is it? Is object merge? Object merge, yeah. Hey, look, it's Dave. Hold on. Let me, is it not that one? NDI source? What it do? Oh, I need to turn on NDI. Streaming, broadcast over NDI. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Hey, cancel. Do this. Here we go. Hey, look, Dave's in here, and he's gigantic.
Sweet. I'm gigantic.
Yeah,
oh, is it in the window all big?
Yeah. I always forget to change that ahead of time. There we go.
I shaved my face all the way for the first time in like 15 years.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you look pretty good.
I look different. I
You
saw
do
my
look different. You look
my
younger.
oldest daughter. She was like, "What's different?" I'm like, "Well, I can't put my finger on it."
Ah. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
And then she was like, "Grow it back." I was
That's
like,
funny.
"All right." Oh.
No, you look good. I mean, especially, you know, you've lost so much weight. Like, you've got a chin, you know? Like, if I was to shave my beard right now, I'd have no chin.
I have a lot of chin. It's called the cost chin.
You're right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what are you working on? You're working on Halloween stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm working on projection mapping my house,
Yeah.
which I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna real
Yeah.
quick put a thing over my address on this so I don't dox myself. There we go. All right, there we go. Yeah. Can I
Share your
screen
screen.
share
I
with
can put it in
you
there,
or
yeah.
okay, let's see. How do I do that? I'm in the thing. I hit the button. Share screen. This one.
Cool. Let's do this. Shared screen. Let's see. There you go. Boom. Nice.
Sweet.
That worked without a hitch. Thank goodness.
Nice.
Okay, so
So
you're
yeah,
in
so-
Photoshop doing it? Like,
I'm in a Photoshop. I just
mm-hmm.
needed to do the cutout, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the cutout I came up with, right? It's just
Okay.
simple. I just needed a mask.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the mask for the house, and then I wanted to do a mask for the window.
Yeah.
And this is right here, just me like testing it out to make sure it worked with like
Mm-hmm.
a still frame.
Yeah.
So once you have those masks, now I'm gonna switch over to this. It's on another computer
Mm-hmm.
that's downstairs. So I'm doing all of this remotely. So
Right.
this is the remote computer. So all I've done is I went to Envato and I downloaded just crap
Spooky ghost
loads
stuff.
of just
Yeah.
spooky whatever, right? Whatever works. If it doesn't work, I'll delete it. And I did convert it all to 1080, just a simple
Yeah.
MP4 so that there's nothing, throwing the system off. If I bring
Oh, you're
in,
in
and
Touch Designer with it too. Nice.
oh, this is all Touch Designer. So this, if you look at this is on my local computer in front of me running NDI back to me. So on my other screen, I can see what I'm doing.
Ah.
So you can see that it does a little thing in the window. Now, what you're not going to be able to see right now, because I just disconnected it, is if you're downstairs in front of the Connect,
Uh-huh.
it takes an outline of your body automatically and puts it in the middle window.
Mm-hmm.
So I can demonstrate this by
But you gotta run
actually
downstairs.
no, I can. So if I send this into my feedback, I have like a little thing running here with like just like a moving disc. So I
Uh-huh.
can show you. So that's how I practice it to make sure it's working. So
Ah.
imagine that's you in front of the Connect. So you come up and say trick or treat, and then you stand on the X, and then you can like do like a white
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ghost. So and it has trails and a feedback loop.
That's cool.
So it's just going over that. And what I've done here is I've set these nodes. The problem is it's gonna go away when let's see. Um,
I
that's
love
fine.
that you're
Here.
doing
So
this the night before Halloween.
I started this yesterday at 1 o'clock, and by 6 o'clock I had it on the house.
That's
So it's not
amazing.
it's not bad. So this is the brick, right? And then
Uh-huh.
this one here is the window.
Yeah.
Right? That's all it is. It's just two players, and I'm using the auto media player. It doesn't
Okay.
have a lot of stuff in it, but what it does have is the randomized playback. So these are just plain two different. They're two different folders of
Uh-huh.
almost the same stuff. Some of them, if it didn't work in the window, I deleted it. That's why there's two directories.
Yeah.
So like here, you can see like the guy
Break
dancing,
dancing.
and then like if I bring it up here, you can see what it looks like. So that would
Uh-huh.
be you as a ghost dancing with him,
Ah,
right?
right, right, right.
So it does that. There's some really cool ones like these balloons that go up and they look like they're at the top of the house. All of that, right? So, all right. So
It's
here's
nice
the way
having a
to,
nice flat surface too, you know?
yeah. Oh, there it is right there. Look. Oh no, that's in the middle right now. But
Oh
see how
yeah.
they're floating in there? It
Yeah,
does
yeah,
that
yeah.
on the top too. It looks really cool,
Yeah.
like the house.
Oh,
And
that's
all these
cool.
jump packs, they work so well with the house.
Yeah.
So I bought this Dell. It's only HD, like a poor person.
Yeah.
It's only an HD projector. It's this older Dell, but it is so freaking bright.
But it's the
It's
projector. Okay.
it's a huge projector,
Okay.
and I'm not huge, but
Did
it's
you
a
find it
pretty
off
big
of like
size.
Craigslist or did you just buy it?
Amazon, Amazon.
Okay.
Neil told me to get it because he's like, this is a good deal, 400 and something dollars. It's like a 20,000 lumen projector or
That's
something ridiculous.
crazy.
I have to look at the numbers on it.
Yeah.
It's crazy bright, so it works really well. It's got a good lens and everything. It's very pro. Very
Yeah.
simple controls on the front for keystoning. You don't really have to go through a lot of menus. So all I do to make this work is I get these two and I run them through a mask. Like this is the mask for the house
Yeah.
that I made in Photoshop with the PNG, and then the same thing for the window.
Hmm.
Simple enough, right?
Right.
And then I did like an additive thing that puts the little person on top inside the
Yeah.
window. Okay. All of that, a lot of this is like super complicated, but there's these really cool things. If you go to operator snippets inside of Touch Designer, there's stuff that's like already made to go.
Hmm.
Like, so if you're like, oh, I want to do a blend thing, like it has all these like nodes things already made for you, right? Just like templates, and you can just copy and paste them right in. So I did that over here just to make the trails thing work.
Hmm.
It's a feedback loop into itself.
Oh, right, right, right.
Um,
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah.
control how much feedback. And so this comp's on top. I also have some transform nodes in, so I can move them up and down and align them
Uh-huh.
if they're not correct in the window. But what's really cool is this node here. It's called the stoner,
Oh, it'll
just
help you
like
adjust
me.
the key stoning?
Yeah. So if you open the
Nice.
stoner, so I have this set up. There's a couple things. Number one, you just get the projector as centered as you can, right?
Uh-huh.
And pull it out the best you can, and then um, you adjust the sides of the house a little bit like
Yeah.
this, right? And you just kind of get it set up. You get your keystoning just right, and then you can do a grid warp. So it's like, oh, if the middle isn't right, you
Nice.
can like bring it up or
And
down.
can you
You know,
change
you,
the amount of like
you can
vertical
add.
things as
Yeah, you
well?
can do your own. You could say like, well, I want to add a column right here,
Oh,
and
rad.
add a column right here. So I'm remoting back into this because
Uh-huh.
it's sitting on the porch, with a little itty bitty monitor. But I just use my laptop and I remote into it to adjust
Uh-huh.
it. So I can walk around the front yard and just do little adjustments wirelessly,
That's super
and
cool.
make sure everything lines up on the window. And the window's separate. I can move it up and down.
Wait, so did you say it's playing wirelessly?
And it's
Like,
not playing
okay.
wirelessly because that would be a little laggy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, it's what it's doing is the CPU is sitting in my DJ thing in front of the house,
Uh-huh.
right? And I'm playing music.
Yeah.
It's running an HDMI to the projector at the front of the driveway
Yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
something in front of it. The Connect will be set up with something in front of it, but there'll be a little X on the sidewalk and say stand here.
Yeah.
And when you move around, you'll see yourself in the window,
Yeah.
right? And so, but what I do is like I'm doing here, I parsec into it using my Mac laptop,
Yeah.
and then I can stand in the lawn and just sit here and adjust these things,
Yeah. That's fun, dude.
remotely, and then I can just make sure that it looks right. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. And then it goes to this node here, which is like an output node. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna go ahead and reset all here. And then, yeah, here's the final output node. You just tell it which HDMI output out of the back of your computer you want, and you just hit open, and it pops up. It sends it straight to the projector from here.
That's
So,
crazy.
so that's
So
pretty
you're gonna be
much,
playing music for everyone
yeah.
while doing
I'm
this.
not DJing. Like I DJ'd the last 2 years, but I'm like, this is too much. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna play Spotify playlist. My neighbors play music too, so
Yeah.
it'll be overkill if we do too much. But
Sure.
and it's cool because it's random, so anyone coming by is gonna see like a different
Yeah.
experience out of these like 100 and something clips.
Yeah.
So,
So now you got to do one for Christmas.
oh God, here we go.
Yeah.
It would be really cool if you could do like the box in the front yard,
Yeah.
and it's like locked up and
Yeah.
waterproof and all of that.
See, I would love to do
Yeah.
this. Like, I would love to project on my neighbor's house, you know? Like, get their permission to project onto their house
Technically, you
from,
don't need their permission.
I mean, I guess.
Can you imagine? Stop projecting on my house.
But like project onto their house and then like put it in my window, you know, to where I can just keep it inside my house and run it the whole time, you know?
Like across the street.
Yeah.
That'd
Yeah.
be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That's rad,
They,
dude.
these look really cool. I mean, the ones that I put, I don't know if you have the one from the Discord yesterday, or maybe I can just slide it over here. It is, what am I looking for? Voice chat links. There's my chili. Oh yeah. So this one here, you can kind of see it's kind of small, but like that, it is
Yeah.
so vivid.
Yeah.
It's just so vivid looking. And
Yeah, it
let's
looks
see.
really good.
Yeah, there's the computer. I didn't have my HDMI cable yesterday, so I had to put the computer in the front lawn like this.
Uh-huh.
So, and there's the laptop
It's
wirelessly
not
doing
open
it.
air, is it?
It's fully open air. Like you can see the grass on the bottom. My daughter was like, "What if I put acorns in here?" I'm like, "Then there won't be a computer
Yeah.
anymore." I didn't really align it perfectly because I was
Yeah.
like just testing it. Yeah, but that's fun. And then I think did I put the yeah. So there's a video here. Yeah, you can see some of the tests we did yesterday. The pumpkins, like anything that like fills up,
Yeah,
those kind of gags, that's kind of fun.
your
You can see,
classic Mography gags.
yeah. Yesterday I didn't have the ghost. I had a shadow, but like you can't see people as well. It's better to have them
Oh,
white
yeah.
like a ghost.
Yeah.
That was just my initial test. So I did an additive thing on top of it and
Yeah.
did a little blur action on it. But look how cool that looks. The
Yeah,
freaking
that's super
computer.
cool.
So I've been wanting to do this for
Yeah.
years. For
And that's
years.
that's even during the day. It looks so bright during the day, you
Yeah,
know?
and I
Or
realized
like
after I got
dusk
these
or whatever.
shots, like this was like super jacked up on the brightness and contrast from camp, and I didn't realize
Oh.
it. And so that's why the stuff like with the guy on the top with, you know,
Uh-huh.
uh the guy on the top later looks so much more vivid and nice because like I didn't realize I didn't see. Look how good that looks.
Yeah.
That's gonna look freaking sweet.
Yeah.
So,
That's so
yeah.
cool.
I think the neighborhood will have fun with that. There are so many kids that come by in
Are
this
there?
neighborhood now. I bought a huge bin of candy last year and it was gone like within an hour. It was like
Really?
$200 worth of candy.
Jeez.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Like there's so many, and it's like two a piece, and you never close the door. You just stand out
Wow.
front.
Yeah, see, we
So
we typically go over to my mother-in-law's house or her neighborhood. But tomorrow there's like so like
there's some good chili.
the
There's
school system or the school district that I'm in, it's like the rival game between the north and south side, you know? And we're
oh,
like,
that's funny. It's the same for my daughter
is it
tomorrow.
really? It's
Yeah.
like, why is it on Halloween? That
I
sucks,
know.
you
My
know?
daughter's upset because she has to go to marching band,
Yeah.
instead of trick or treating. I
Yeah.
don't know why they do Thursday games.
I
I
know,
don't know.
right?
Yeah. Okay, now I got to
Uh,
put my nodes back. I got to make sure I got to because this goes into feedback loop, so I got to make
uh-huh.
sure I go back to that feedback and I got to take this one back to where is it going? Up here. All right.
What I
All
think
set
is
for tomorrow.
hilarious is that you like this is your like if someone didn't know you and just like hopped in now, they would think that uh uh this is your full-time job doing touch designer
This
stuff.
stuff.
You
No.
know?
This is just for fun.
This is literally your hobby.
Yeah, I do it for the lulls. Honestly, like if you've done cinema and especially if you've done Houdini, it's like
Yeah.
it's so easy. Everything's the same. Look, if I hit tab to go to the nodes, look,
Yeah.
tops, chops, sops,
Oh,
it's all
that's
the same.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I'm working with mostly tops in here,
I don't think we
Matt.
have tops in Houdini. What are tops?
Wait, there's no tops?
No.
There's not?
No.
Oh. Well, I believe that it stands for transform operator, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up. Let's
Hmm.
see.
Hey Google,
Tops.
what are tops in touch designer?
Thought there were tops
All
in
right.
Houdini. I'm not a big Houdini guy,
Texture
so.
operators.
Oh, texture operators.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Hey Google,
But there are
find
other ones. There's new ones now. Like if you update, there's a bunch of other ops, and now there's the LOPS, which is the large language model operators
real.
that
Oh, that's cool.
dot simulate. Did you meet dot simulate in New York or no? Was
I
he
don't
not?
think
Was he
so.
there?
He
He's the
he
one who
may
makes
have
the
been there.
AI
I just
plugin.
maybe didn't know.
Yeah, he makes the AI plugin. He makes all these crazy plugins now for TD and yeah, but if you know how nodes work, it's so simple. It
Yeah.
really is. It's all you have to do to learn Touch Designer is just tell ChatGPT what you want to do and send it
Yeah.
screenshots, and it will tell you exactly what to do, and you're good.
Yeah. I've been having
So easy.
Jeez, this thing keeps on like resizing. It's the joy of screen sharing. Um. The I tried ChatGPT with Houdini on some stuff, and I'm like, hey, how do I do this in Houdini? And they're like, oh, just lay down this node, and it's like that's not a node that even
Yeah,
exists.
that
You
happens
know,
sometimes.
it's frustrating.
Yeah, but I learn better by like sitting next to someone and for them to say, "Oh, just hit this button."
Oh man, so much. Like the
Yeah.
amount that I've learned in Houdini over the past like month, just sitting next to 3 Houdini artists, it's like, okay, cool. It's insane.
Yeah, it's so easy, and that's what ChatGPT does
Yeah,
for you.
yeah,
It's just like someone to hold your hand and tell you what to press. And that's
yeah.
that's it's so easy to learn that way. I mean, and it has all these prepackaged things, the stoner and all of that.
How much is
All
Touch
these
Designer?
well, it's free for 1920 by 1080. So
Oh,
just pick it
okay.
up and start using it right away.
Yeah,
Yeah. And you can get a commercial license. I can't remember. It's $500 or $600 for a year of, service. And if I wanted to update right now, I'd have to pay,
yeah.
but um, you know,
That's rad.
so yeah, yeah, that's Halloween. I'll post some stuff on my Instagram.
Yeah, that's cool.
Mograph Dave, if anybody wants to see it tomorrow, I'm sure I'll be posting clips. So,
Or is it
you
Zeta
know.
Art? Zeta Art or Mograph Dave?
Zeta Art is on TikTok.
Oh,
It
okay.
will be on there on TikTok.
Cool.
Um, but yeah,
I like the
next
spiders.
year, I got to go next year. Now I want to make it so like
Now you
maybe
gotta make it
next year
custom.
it's like a skeleton. Like if you're dancing around, you're a skeleton.
Yeah, yeah,
Or it
yeah.
picks up on that with the Connect. If you could, yeah,
Can
I
you
want some
rig
other
stuff in
interactive
there and
stuff.
have it connected to it?
Oh, there's all sorts of stuff. It's
Yeah.
insane what you can do.
Huh.
Yeah, I want to do some interactive where like, imagine the top with the pumpkins and stuff moving. Imagine if you could just wave your arms and move them around on,
Yeah, yeah.
that kind of thing would be real fun. That's phase 2
Yeah.
next year. So, yeah.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Cool.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right. Well,
yeah. All
yeah.
right. Cool.
Well, back to it then.
All right.
Back to it then.
All right.
Do
Cool.
it, lady.
Do it, lady.
Did you watch the spooky special?
Which spooky special?
What's his name? The Do It Lady guy.
Chit spooky
Chit.
special? I
Chit
didn't
spooky special.
wasn't what was he dressed up as?
Oh, he was just like a vampire with or something with some blood.
Yeah,
But
I
they
I
did
want
like
to
a
say I
little,
saw a little
yeah.
bit of it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Someone yeah, I don't know. I watch a little bit of the stuff, get the initial yeah, and then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
on to the next one.
I like them, but they're too slow. They need to
Yeah.
get the pace
Yeah.
back up. Yeah.
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 My attention span is way too short nowadays.
Yeah. It was ruined by
Unfortunately.
TikTok.
It
Yeah.
is ruined by TikTok. I think I want to take a TikTok hiatus for a
I
little
was
bit.
thinking about that too. I was thinking not just TikTok, but all the things like Reels and everything.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right, back to the spoopy stuff.
All right. Well, now I'm done having fun. I gotta go back to like work.
Yeah.
I'm setting up renders. So
Yeah. Did I
yeah.
tell you about
That's
some
actually.
5070s?
Oh really?
Yeah.
Why 5070s?
Because the 5070s is about equivalent to a 3090, and it's not often I go more than 12 gigs of VRAM, for most of what I'm doing. So it's like I was able to put two 5070s in a 3060, which has 12 gigs of VRAM as well, all into one machine. So it's like I got a little bit more of a boost, and also I can take those other one.
Your old ones?
Yeah, I can take the old ones. I bought a 1500 watt power supply, which are way cheaper than when we bought ours years and years ago. It was only like $200 this time, and so I can take one of my other computers and put
Yeah.
my dual 3090s in there. A little bit
Yeah,
more.
until you want to put a power backup on them, and then you got to buy the $500 power backup.
I don't worry about power backup. Whatever.
I
I'm
got two of
I'm
those
never
bad
at
boys.
home. They're always just render jobs.
I need to set mine up.
Yeah,
I've
you do.
actually been using my machines, so like
That's
right
good.
now I can't set them up.
Yeah.
But I'm going to.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So. All right, brother.
Cool. All right. Well, when I finish the stuff for NPC Christmas,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to show you what I've been doing because I'm recreating. Did I tell you
Uh-huh.
this? White Christmas.
Uh-uh.
Okay. So we're doing the usual jump backs and all of that, but we're doing digital sets, and it's all medleys from White Christmas. And they asked me if I've seen the movie White Christmas,
Yeah,
and I was
it's
like,
only
have
like your
I seen?
favorite
Yeah.
Christmas movie.
Yeah. So I'm literally taking, they want to be like in the different scenes from the movie for each song. So I'm
Uh-huh.
taking like the beginning, they're on the stage, right? And on the stage they're singing in front of that banner. Well, there's no picture of that banner where I could like recreate the banner in 3D to make that stage.
Yeah.
So I take all these shots of from the movie and I go to Nano Banana and I say recreate that backdrop for me, piece it together based on what you see in all of these photos from the movie. And it's like there's your texture, you know.
Dang.
And so then I build it out, and then I'm like, well, these guys on stage here in the band, I need you to cut them out of this photo and put blue behind it. And so it does that, and they're
Uh-huh.
rotoed out, right? It's a still. Put it into Midjourney. Say, make these guys move a little bit, just kind of play. And then same, all the army guys, they say, take these army guys and cut them out, and then extend them to the left and the right. Put the blue around them. Now Midjourney, animate them just kind of standing there watching,
Uh-huh.
you know comp it all in After Effects, put it all in there. The kicker, the 3D stage stuff of all the rubble around them from the war and all of that
Yeah.
stuff, I got to light it. So I take all the photos of the stage and I go to Nano Banana and I say, make me an HDR of this scene and fill in the blanks where there is nothing that you, and makes it HDR of the whole scene, adds extra army men and tents and all the things. I got an HDR. It's crazy.
Where are you using Nano Banana? Is it directly in After Effects or are you using it on like Higgsfield
Gemini.
AI Oh, Gemini, okay.
Gemini,
Yeah.
yeah, because you can explain to Gemini what you want. I heard it's better if you use Google's AI tools. But
Okay.
basically, in the end, I've recreated this scene. I could show you this on here.
Yeah.
I've
Hold on.
created this scene. I wish I could. I won't go through the whole process. I can do that later when it's
Yeah.
done. But I'll show you the final test that I did. Just
I
as this
mean,
was a
here's the thing,
proof of
Dave. I will say,
concept.
out of everyone that I know, you are using it the best. You know, like you are actually using it very heavily in a pipeline, and
Got
I
to
think
figure it out. You
yeah,
know?
yeah,
Yeah. Look, so I hit play. Can you see it?
yeah.
Yeah. So the rubble right here, that's and the stage, that's all Cinema 4D,
Uh huh.
right? Lit with that HDR.
Uh huh.
This in the middle is this the backdrop that I made, and then these pieces cut out, the army guys cut out, it's all here. Sure. I'll so this is what I used right here. These photos. I said, Gemini, make me that background.
Wow.
I need that background, right? And it comes up with it. Here it is right here. Just made me the texture. It filled in the
That is
blanks.
crazy.
And it matches. It totally matches. Look at that. Right there. It matched it
Wow.
up. This is the HDR that it made.
Mm.
And look how it made more people. It doesn't look perfect, but it
Yeah.
made more dudes, it made more tents. So I use that. And then what else do I have?
I need to watch
Just
White
sharing all the
Christmas.
secrets. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I had it cut out. Now, it's not perfect or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, but like if I take where's footage? I think I have the texture in here. Um, put that stuff into Midjourney. Um, look, so there's like people
Wow.
just kind of moving around. I've got this one. I couldn't use everything. It kept making this guy move, but yeah, right there. I
Yeah.
kind of mixed some of these together, just kind of blended them and I masked that guy out kind of.
Yeah.
I figured out a way around that. Yeah, and like Nano Banana is so art directable, right? Like
Yeah.
when you look at these, I'm like, there's too many of these same gun, right? They all look the same. So I'm like, hey, just a little more variety. And it took some of them out and changed them. And then I said, actually, no, I need light blue background. Boom. It does that. And then I say, okay, I need them to animate Midjourney. Boom. And it does that. And then when I'm done, it's all layered in After Effects and do a little push in, match the camera.
Wow.
And there you go. And it goes in, it'll be on a huge LED wall. And then the
Uh-huh.
people in real life actually like stand in front of that and sing. So
That's so cool.
yeah.
I should watch
So
White
and
Christmas.
yeah.
I've never
And
seen
a
it.
big old uh Red Giant VHS filter over the whole thing
Of
without the
course,
distortion. So
like you do.
it kind of melds it together into
Uh-huh.
one thing. If you saw them without that filter on top, it would look very different. But that
Yeah,
kind of like gives it cohesiveness. So that's fun.
that's cool, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Nick was
yeah,
saying, him and I
yeah.
had lunch yesterday. He was saying that he was helping out on the project. I was like, yeah,
Yeah. 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 He usually helps up on the project. We got a lot to do this year, but we
yeah,
started early.
that's
So
good. That's
yeah,
good.
it's
Hey,
gonna be
Chris
good.
H, how's it going?
What's up, Chris H? All right, well, I'm gonna go back to renders.
Cool, man. Thanks for showing
Cool.
off. It's
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
see more
Cool.
videos.
Yeah, for
When
sure.
you get them
Yeah,
up
I'll
and
post
rolling.
more. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
All right,
Happy
see you, dude.
Halloween.
Thanks,
See ya.
man. All right, we're back. That was cool. All right, let's see. Let me. Oh, you guys can hear the music now. Here we go. All right, still live. Are we still live? Yes, we are still live, I believe. Let's see, live. Yes, we are still live. All right, so we got some spooky ghosts. Let's do some rendering and add some VDBs and like finish this thing off. We'll make it look nice. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. So with the object, okay, so this is our build out SOP or whatever container. So it's got all of our stuff in it. So everything that we're gonna build in here, and then we're gonna throw it onto a null. And then in here, we're gonna create additional ones and just do it as object merges so that we can actually, in our render, we can put one flat material on it if we want to do that, which is cool. So within our build out, I want to add like a spooky green glow underneath these ghosts. So we're gonna take the transform. Let's do the transform spheres, and we're gonna show this by itself. Yes, that's good. All right, and so then I'm going to do a null here. And I'll do this, and I'm going to call it heads. Heads will roll. So then we've got our ghosts, and we've got our heads, and then in here, let's throw down another geometry node. We will call this heads. And then, what is it? Merge, what is it? Object merge, right? Yes. Then we'll do, let's see, that's heads. Oh, we didn't do this in here. We'll do this, and we'll do, whoops, ghosts. Oh, no, it's in the build out. Whoops. Ghosts. I need to go back. I did that wrong in the heads. Boink. Object. Heads. Cool. All right, so here, and then choo. All right, so now for the heads, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to create a spooky green color. We're gonna do an Octane material builder. And then here we're going to do our emission color. Emission color, we're gonna do a spooky green. Let's bring our emission weight. Let's bring it up to like 20. We're gonna get pretty ridiculous. I can call this green. All right, and then let's make another material. Octane material builder. Call this ghost sheet. And this will be just like a, let's see, base weight. That's fine. And I just want to do like a fair amount of roughness, like a lot. This will go back to our object mode. See, now in our ghosts, we can go to render. And we don't have to do all that stuff that we did the last time. As far as like, you know, putting a material node in there, we can just straight up do it this way. So here we've got ghost sheets and then our heads. It's weird that it's flashing like that. Let's stop. Rewind. Okay. Well, we'll figure that out here in a little bit. Let's turn off this build out. There we go. Okay, because we had intersecting stuff. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you've got basically everything you're building out gone. And then our heads, what we're going to do is we're going to add in the green material. Green. So now, let's go ahead and stop this. We'll save it. We'll split our panes left and right. And here we'll go into our Octane IPR. Close that. Let's see what happens. It might give us an error because we need like an Octane light or something like that. Or we might be all right. Spooky. Okay, well the good thing is I am not getting weirdness in it, which is what I was getting in Redshift the other day, or today. Pick render target, pick camera, pick object, pick material. Where's focus? Pick focus. Let's do that. Ooh, weird ghosts. All right, so you see a little bit. Let's go into here. Let's see our kernel. Let's do path tracing. There we go. Now we're getting some of the green spookiness. Let's do a... Oh, how do you do an Octane dome light? It's in... Is it in environment? Solid. Nope. Backplate here, intensity. Oh, okay. Backplate, solid. We can do the backplate. We'll turn the intensity down. There we go. So now we got some spooky ghosts along with all of that. Okay. Oh, yeah. So we can do a texture. There we go. What is it? I always forget. Yeah, that's right. We dropped down that's our file name. Okay, so now let's go into our Grayscale Gorilla Studio, which we love, and hopefully they do the Black Friday deal again. Sign in. Oh boy. It's weird that it's making me do that. In the meantime, while I'm doing that, let's go over to our sponsor, Otoy. Otoy, you know them, you love them. They're the makers of Octane Render and the Render Network. With Octane Render, which we're using now, you can open link. You can create super photorealistic renders in a fraction of the time of some of the other render engines. And for that extra little push of power, the Render Network has you covered. They can render your Octane, Redshift, and Blender cycles frames in a fraction of the time and a fraction of the cost of other cloud rendering services. So make sure and give them a try. Try.rendernetwork.com if you want to give that a try. Yeah, and thank you to Otoy, our universal sponsor, for sponsoring both the podcast and the show, the live stream. We're super excited to have them a part of this. And supporting us. So go back to here. All right, so now in our GHG studio, let's get an HDR. I want a spooky. He said he wanted something spooky. We know our song is good. So are you going to support us or not? Well, we were kind of interested more in the stuff. Was it Bill? Bill was playing. Bill's in him or Bill's in me? Your name's Bill too? No, that's why I'm so freaking confused. All right, so anybody know? Nope, that's okay. Oh yeah, that's kind of spooky. I didn't go to Lightbox Expo. I went to the XR Motion conference in New York. No, I wish I had gone to Lightbox Expo. That looked fun. Yeah, the XR Motion one was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun in New York. It was super relaxing, you know, right after coming out of my vacation, you know. rotate 2D. Then let's bring up our power a bit. There we go. Ooh, spoopy. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. XR Motion was. All right, so we got the ghosts, we got the heads. Let's go back into our material in our green, and let's jack up the emission weight. See how much spoopiness. Oh, that's right. Okay. So this is, now I remember. I'm like, why am I not getting any spoopiness in the other two? It's because in our build out, when we're referencing this, we're only referencing that one. So what I need to do is I actually need to take these as well. Let's see. Let's actually, I think I only need the time shift. So we'll do that. We'll take that away. Whoops. Take these transforms away. So we've got this head. We've got this head. We've got this head. And then these two heads go here and here. And then we'll merge these all together into one group of spoopy heads. Oh, I don't think that's working. Why is that not working? Oh, because I also need to transform. That's right. Okay, so we'll take this. We'll shake these off. Shake it off. And then we'll do that. And we'll do that. And then that is right. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to take this merge. We're going to do another null. We'll call this heads. Let's call that one head 01. This will be head 02. Head 03. So these heads, then in our object with this, we want to make sure that we are grabbing the right one. Build out. Where is it? Oh, not the material. Nope. Whoops. Cancel. Within our heads, we want the object merge. That's right. Heads. There we go. Now we got some spoopiness. Yeah. But see how they kind of poke through a little bit? Like, I don't love that it's poking through. So let's see if in our build out. Now see, this wasn't really working for me earlier today when I tried. Let's scale these down to 0.9. See if that works. Nope. Yeah, see, the same thing's happening. It's like it's coming through. It's almost like it's off for some reason. So these transforms. That head is getting that. Yes. Then we time shifted. That's fine. Did I do? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did the right time shift. Maybe? Yeah. Let me see what happens if I... Let's see. Which one is this one? Let's turn these off. Go back into our build out. Okay, that's the... Oh, wait. Shift. That one's the one to the right. So now let's do ghosts and heads. And let's see what happens if I go plus like 34. Nope. Nope. It's so weird because like it's clipping through and I don't know why. See, but it looks right. Try that again. What happens if I... Yeah, see, this one's clipping through just a little bit. What happens if I make my vellum post process just a little bit thicker, but then I'm going to have to redo my file cache, which I don't really want to do. Try uniform scale. See, it's weird that it like... Why is it doing the centroid there versus there? It's probably because it's got the chops on it. Pre-transformation. Let's go back to 1. Go back to 1. Pre-transformation? Prescale? Nope, that's definitely not it. 1. 1. 1. 1. Scale rotation, group type, uniform scale. It's like it is. Weird. I mean, that looks like it's working. But it's weird that it like will sometimes intersect. And sometimes, you know, it's probably, maybe I need a little bit more thickness on it. So we'll need to, thickness scale, let's do 2 maybe? Maybe 5? Sure. And we'll go ahead and rerun this. Let's see. Oh. They opened an HEB by my house. It's very exciting. My wife went there tonight and she said it looked very cool. Do, 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 do. How's everyone doing? How's business? Y'all staying busy? All right. Did that work? Yeah. All right, let's pause this real quick. They're little chonky boys. They're it's a little thick. She thick. But that's all right. We'll get past it there. Let's go ahead and pause. Make sure that we're good. That looks right. All right, cool. Let's go back to our material. Go back into our green. Let's jack this up even more. Let's see what 1,000 looks like. All right, 1,000's pretty good. She the thick. All right. We got some spooky ghosts. We should do some vellum jellyfish next. That'd be fun. All right, so we got these spooky ghosts. Let's add some lights in here and let's make it kind of nice. Go to our object mode. We'll do a light. This is my favorite thing. What is it? How do I look through light? Oh, I don't want a point light. I want a... Oh, what is it? Is there specific Octane lights? Yeah, Octane light. Okay. I sometimes forget because I think Redshift just uses regular lights. So this is my favorite thing. Look through the light, Octane light, right? Then we lock it and we can light it based off of here. And like you can see how much it's affecting, which is really cool. So scale X. Move up. Okay. Then we'll make it more intense. Viewport intensity. Where is it? Now we're gonna do a spooky. Let's see. Use texture, power. There we go. We got some greens and some purples. Liking the way that looks. Said he wanted something spooky. It was the night that the skeletons came to life. Enable in viewport. Nope. On. There we go. Nope. What is it? Enabled in viewports? Where is it? Seen by camera. How do I do that? Where is that? Cast shadow. Da 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 da. Light layer settings. There we go. Camera visibility. There we go. Yeah. Spooky ghosts. All right. Now, let's see. Let's turn this off. Get there. Let's make some VDBs. So let's start with a cube. So within our cube, see this. I'm gonna uncheck that so that I'm looking back at my light or my camera. Cool. Move this to that big and that big. Let's do this and turn these off. And then in the meantime, we can do that. Let's turn off this light as well, so we can actually see things. And do we turn these off? No, that's weird. Oh, ghosts. Turn those off. Alright, so then we will make this thicker too. Transform. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make some VDB fog. And then we're going to do VDB from polygons. Do this. It's hard to see. we don't have a texture on there. I want that light off. I thought I turned that light off. I did. It's still showing. Let's turn our back plate intensity back on. Nope. Not lighting, not environment. Back plate solid. Yeah. I have to. That's weird. Okay, cool. All right, VDB from polygons. Let's do this real quick. So I like seeing all of this. And man, I can't see my VDB. Why can't I see my VDB? How do I disable that? That's weird. It would seem to me like just turning this off. Maybe there's... There we go. Okay, enabling viewports. Boom. Let's see. But then if we turn it on, it should still be here, right? If we turn this, there. Oh, but we want our... There we go. Okay, cool. So this... Enabling viewports. Now I think we're good. Okay. We should be able to see our ghosts as well, because we... merge the two of them together. Oh. Gee, thanks. Thanks my one viewer from Twitch who just tells me to buy. Check your Discord looks familiar. Ha ha ha! Oh, that's the grip tools animation. Hey, that's cool.
There's our spooky ghost, powered by...
You even said spooky ghost. That's hilarious. Oh, I'm so unoriginal. That's funny. All right, so VDB from polygons. Let's see this. I want a fog VDB, not a distance VDB. Cool. Now I can do a VDB noise. Oh, what is it? VDB fracture VDB. Oh, what is it? VDB glider combine fracture merge smooth. Maybe it's a volume. Volume, ramp, volume. Volume, noise, fog. I think that was it. Yeah. All right, so element size. Oh, and this we want to subtract. There we go. Alright, so element size. Want it pretty big. Amplitude. We could do that. Then we want animation. Don't know why I'm not seeing my spooky ghosts. Oh, because I don't have that. Okay. So now let's bring this down. It's probably because I'm doing that. All right, now I think we need a volume. Let's see, Octane material builder. Medium. Volume? Volume cloud? Throw that in the medium? I don't know if that's gonna do anything. So let's do this. Then we're gonna do a null. Okay, and we'll call this VBD. VDB. Do new geometry. Call the do right there. VDB. Object merge. VDB, where is it? VDB. And then here we're going to go to our VDB. We're going to go to render. We're going to bring our material, and we'll see if this actually does anything, which I do not think it will. It did not. Okay. And it's extremely slow now. Oh, let's do this, do this, do this, turn this off. There we go. Oh boy, I didn't want to go to the end. Super duper slow. Well, let's see, how do we do volumes? Let's bring up our good friend ChatGPT and we'll see what they say. Wish there was a way. Is there a way to hide? There we go. All right, new chat. I don't need y'all seeing all my things that I'm asking ChatGPT and all my business ideas. I don't need any of y'all stealing my business idea. Okay. How do I create a volume in Houdini using Octane render? It's gonna tell me the wrong thing. Create the volume data, did that. Export or convert to VDB. It is a VDB. Simple volume primitive, pyro smoke simulation. Yeah, I don't know. The Octane volume object. Go to object level, create an Octane VDB volume. Okay, so maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Yeah, there's no such thing. Maybe object level? Okay. Octane Nope, nothing in there either. Nope, nothing for volume. See, this is why it sucks. What should I gotta create? Octane VDB volume. I don't see an Octane VDB volume. Alright, we're gonna watch someone else's YouTube video to figure this out. Octane VDB Houdini. Houdini plus VDB. Need a Paul Estevez. Ones. Okay. Yeah, but that's just Houdini. That's not Octane. Time is it? Houdini time. VDB from particles? No. Octane render VDB volumes. Alright, VFX Hut. We're giving you the go ahead. Go support VFX Hut. No, this is in C4D. Come on. Houdini Blender, particles. Alright, so Houdini Smoke, VDB, to Cinema 4D. Okay. How do I view VDBs? Alright. Show more? Is the Pyro Bake? That might be able to help at least something. Okay. Bake emission. Probably need to set the density or something to that, right? Let's go back into our material. Yeah, that's not doing anything. That's a cloud. Let's see. Let's get rid of that. See, one thing I like about cinema is that you can do this. Nope. Don't want to do that. I think I can. Let's try an Octane quick material. There we go. All right. Object level VDB. This one is going to be our VDB. Oops. Whoops. VDB. Okay. Gives me my density. Whoops. Don't want that there. VDB, convert to volume. Not Redshift. Houdini, volume, Octane. Houdini, volume, and Octane. Octane material. Octane botnet. Oh, we've already got that one. Let's go in here. And let's set our VDB. This. Oh, it is set to the VDB. Wait a second. Obtain quick material? Does that not work? Maybe not. Weird. Okay. What they do here, they did a volume. Volume? MD volume? Nope. Visualize textures, emission, karma, lights, material layers. Medium volume? Okay. Wait. Boom. Yes, we have volumes. Spooky ghosts with volumes. There we go. Okay, what did we do? We created an Octane material blender. I wonder if we get rid of this. Okay, so you can get rid of the standard surface one, but we laid down a medium volume, and within that, we changed our density. I don't know why it was so different. We didn't really do much different stuff, but our scattering was black. We needed to set that to white. So, easy enough. I gotta say, like, that's pretty nice. I will also say, these 5070s, like, the fans have not kicked up even once in this entire time. Like, they are very quiet. All right, there's our spooky ghosts. Our spooky ghosts and our volumes and our stuff like that. I wonder if I can cache all this. Let's see, let's go to our object. Let's do a file cache. We'll cache that as well. Pause that while we're doing it. Save to disk. Alright, once this finishes, then we'll probably call it a night. See how it looks. See if we can actually play it. I don't love how thick the ghosts are. Making them thicker was just kind of like a, you know, a last minute change. But that's fine. Maybe I can figure it out tomorrow. You're almost done. Alright, now let's see. This will actually play. Ah, yes. Very spooky. That's right. I'm playing it in the viewport and playing it there at the same time. All right, cool. Well, let's render it out for fun. Why not? It is here. Nope, it is not here. It is here. Kernel. Okay, we got our kernel. How many samples? That's fine. 1,000 samples. Sampling. Adaptive, of course. 12. Cool. Don't care about that. Light. Nope. Deep image. Sampling. Quality. Camera. Perspective correction. I don't care about that. Imagery post-processing. Let's do that. Add some bloom to it. Do any bloom? There we go. Ooh, even spoopier. Okay. Post volume. Volume fog. Oh, I could have just done that. Let's see what happens if I turn that off. Ah, nope. Okay. Render PR. Render to disk. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Well, we just hit render, and that was fun. A little dark. It'll probably lighten up. It always does that. I don't know if it does that the same. Anyway. All right, cool. Thanks to everyone for hanging out on this Mograph Hangouts. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm really happy with the stuff that we've been doing in Houdini lately and the amount of stuff that we've been learning. It's really, really great. So yeah, make sure and let's see. Thanks to everyone for joining. Make sure to follow us on all the socials, especially YouTube and Twitch. We're doing our weekly Mograph Hangouts. Next week, we've got TJ Gonzalez from Dropout TV going to be on the show. So we switched around the time. It's at 5:30 Central Time, which I really like. It gives our Australian crew a chance to like catch up there. So it's a lot of fun. We're also doing the Thursday live stream, 7:30 Central, around 7:30 Central. Sometimes I'll probably show up a little bit early. Yeah, and if you haven't done it already, make sure to sign up for your very own Mograph.com account. It's a one-stop shop for everything a motion designer needs. You showcase your demo reel, projects you've worked on, post jobs, apply for jobs, sell your digital goods, find meetup groups, or start one of your own, and so much more is planned. We currently have over 850 members and are growing. We're an artist's first site where your work will always be yours and never fed to the AI machines. So if you not want to be part of the algorithm, post on Mograph.com. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. We'll post these. We'll post the final version as soon as it finishes rendering. So it may have crashed on me. We'll see. All right. Let's see. Oh, render frame range. There we go. My bad. Render to disk. Here we go. Bye, everybody. Later, yo.
It's pretty good, I guess.